Alabama head football coach Kalen DeBoer recently had some interesting things to say in regards to Alabama's spring game in April. I am Brody Smoot here with Touchdown Alabama magazine, and today I wanted to dive in on DeBoer's recent comments, and I also wanted to provide my opinion and explanation for why Alabama should continue to hold its annual spring game. Recently, Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer caught up with On3's Pete Nakos to discuss Alabama's plans for the upcoming spring game. When discussing Alabama's plans, Coach DeBoer said that there would be a modified spring game. To what extent or to what that exactly means, we are not sure at this point in time. There's very limited details on how Alabama plans to approach the spring game, but what we can say for sure is that it will be modified. Personally, I am in favor of Alabama continuing to hold its annual spring game. I think it's a tradition that Alabama fans, players, and coaches I feel like they all appreciate. It brings in a lot of exposure, a lot of anticipation is built up in the city of Tuscaloosa. From a fan's perspective, you have the opportunity to get post-game autographs from the players, meet them. You have an opportunity to attend a game for free. The captain ceremony, have the opportunity to attend that. A lot of different cool things that go on in Tuscaloosa during this particular weekend, and then the players love it because they're putting in all this effort during spring practice, and they get to kind of put that on display for everybody in the annual A-Day game. A lot of things go into it. Alabama's decision to modify the spring game, a lot of that has to do with the evolving college football landscape, as we all know, with the NIL and transfer portal changing just about, it seems like every few months there's some alterations or something's being changed or things like that. There's teams like Texas, Nebraska, USC, Florida State, all historically successful football programs that are canceling their spring games, so it has kind of cast a target on the NCAA, so to speak, to make changes with NIL and transfer portal, which I feel like will be beneficial down the line. But as it pertains to Alabama, I think that they should disregard what other teams are doing and everything that surrounds NIL and the transfer portal. That will all sort itself out in due time. I do think that it's a tradition that Alabama is accustomed to, and I feel like it's something that fans, coaches, the players, as I alluded to earlier, they all greatly appreciate. It gives fans an opportunity to see incoming freshmen, transfers, guys that are coming back from injuries, guys that are returning. Fans are able to see who could potentially be leaders this season for the Crimson Tide on both sides of the ball. Competition battles, new coaches, how they are able to adapt and adjust, Coach DeBoer's philosophies and coaching in the SEC, because as we all know, it is a different brand of ball being played in the SEC, one of the toughest conferences in college football. So it is interesting to hear Coach DeBoer say that there will be modifications, and we're not sure what that means, particularly at this point in time, but Alabama does plan to continue to hold its annual spring game in some capacity. I feel like that is huge for the program, beneficial for the players and coaches for sure. And those people behind the scenes deserve a lot of credit for trying to continue to keep this tradition going. I am all in favor in it, as I mentioned. We will keep you updated with the latest here at Touchdown Alabama magazine. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We greatly appreciate your support.